The secret number for Lesson 8 is 8.1. Lesson 8, Standard Venue Songs. There are many opportunities for the average singer to be able to get in front of an audience these days, and with the ability to go to karaoke nights or coffee houses with open mic, it's great. And with the dawn of YouTube, you can even do it at any point in time and upload it, and there you have it. However, let's say, for example, you want to have that live experience and you want to be able to know what to do in standard situations where you have those songs. The two major scenarios that people are able to sing in front of live audiences, aside from a performance that is created for that purpose, is singing the national anthem at a sporting event and being asked to do a wedding in some form. This lesson will cover more about what to do in the national anthem setting, and the next lesson will talk more about standard venue song known as Ave Maria. So again, in your textbook, we talked a lot about what the national anthem is, and I really hope that you went to the supplemental website and really went around and looked at all those different points, because a lot of the problems with people is, in terms of any type of music, is not knowing how to interpret the song and what the song is really about. Keep in mind, you as the singer are telling the story to the audience, and especially when there's a song that the audience has heard, a lot of times they may not even know what the song's story is. The Star-Spangled Banner is no different than any other song in that case. If you, before this course, knew anything about the Star-Spangled Banner, I'd have to say that you are unfortunately in the minority. Many times when I ask the question to my live classes, what can you tell me about the Star-Spangled Banner? And inevitably there will be one or two people in the room that will give me a piece of information here and there. There is occasionally that one person who had to do it for some project at some point, and so they know all the details about the story. But a lot of people, A, don't know the story behind it, and B, have some element of the story not quite right, or C, even better, don't even know the words to the Star-Spangled Banner, let alone the fact that there's more than one verse. So if you haven't done so already, if you're just kind of breezing ahead and looking at this video, go back and take a look at all that supplemental information before you go on, because it's kind of important to know that background story to really know what the national anthem is and why it sounds the way it does versus other countries' national anthems. To give you an idea, national anthems are typically created so that they are a song that is easily singable by the masses. You want something that people can just sit around and be able to learn quickly, which a lot of folk music, that's what it's about. Our national anthem, on the other hand, was not created in that form. The tune is from a drinking song. So if you can imagine, when people have a little bit too much alcohol, the tune does not exactly follow a normal pattern that people would like to sing. So that is why when people sing the national anthem, it is actually quite difficult a tune to sing. It goes through all of the ranges, and it goes through it at a fairly quick pace. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Just the original phrase is going up and down between chest and head several times. Another problem that people have is just simply not knowing what the words are. If you haven't done so already, go to the YouTube playlist and listen to Whitney Houston and Christina Aguilera both singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. They are quite different. One of the reasons why some people don't know the words is because of the fact that some of the words are not words that we use in normal modern day English every day, and there are some abbreviated words as well. I can't tell you how many times some people have thought that Jose was in the song, and Jose, can you sing? People don't know what ramparts are, and then O''er is actually the word over. So there are a lot of things that if you're not paying attention and you're just kind of listening to it in life, you may not have noticed that there are different words in there than what you thought. I'm going to do a demonstration of the national anthem at this point, and what I want to do is I want to show you all the aspects of it, both the visual aspects of how to perform as well as the types of phrasing that you can use. This is talked about in your textbook, but I'm going to give you an example of different phrases that you can use in terms of how to breathe. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? A couple of major issues with the national anthem that people have. They sing as if every two measures are a phrase. Example, in normal speed. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? If I speed up the tempo, you might notice that the text all of a sudden becomes quite broken up. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? So you want to actually make those a bit longer phrases to match the text. And again, if you look at the punctuation in the original text that is on the website, you can notice that there is a change in the way that that's done. The other major thing, and this is a personal pet peeve of mine, and that is the name of the piece is the Star-Spangled Banner. 99.9% of singers end up singing it as if the name of the piece is the Star-Spangled Banner. Example. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Or, possibly it could be sung like this. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? So, I implore you, when you sing this, please do not take a breath between Star-Spangled and Banner. The other major issues addressed is that when this is sung at a sporting event, the people who came there did not actually usually come there to listen to the national anthem. They came there to see a sporting event. Always be mindful of your audience when you're at different venues. Therefore, you want to sing it at a speed of which it is still the national anthem. You don't want to speed through it, but at the same time, you don't want to take forever and everybody tunes you out after the first 2 seconds. The other thing you want to do is you want to be mindful of who your audience is in terms of when you're singing it in a certain style. There's a different type of audience that's going to hear this if they're at a sporting event versus, say, a funeral or another type of an event. So you want to make sure that as you're singing it, you want to include the stylistically appropriate things for that event. There are people who have done many stylistic riffs in the national anthem whenever it was sung at a major sporting event, And you can look at them and judge them with a critical eye and say, well, they shouldn't have done any of that. That doesn't make any sense if that's not the real style. Or you could say, well, if it had been done in these particular places, that would have been nice to hear. It was just too much. Or say that they did a holding of For the Land of the Free forever, and then everybody started cheering, and you never heard the last phrase. So you want to be mindful. What is your audience? Why did they come there? And what is it that you would like to impart upon them in terms of your singing in that scenario?